Good, because that'd about be the only way I'd download that thing.
Yeah.
I darn sure wouldn't spend money on that game. It looked stupid.
That's the trend with with the games for gold is it's either old or crap.
Or a combination of the two.
Yep.
I
Was like
mean,
Keepling one of the first arcade titles for 360?
I think so. But I mean, okay, like when they had Halo 3.
Yeah.
Who doesn't have Halo 3 now that would play it? Seriously.
Someone who's cheap.
Okay, but my god. Really? I mean, wow. That's one of those. Everyone that's got the game and would play the game has done played it. uh,
Alright. Do we have anything else to say on the tech specs wise? Version.
mm, nah.
Alright, let's get to the hard discussion, even though we've spent more than 30 minutes on this approximately already. How both of these are going to do at launch. Now, granted, both of these were sold out initially on Amazon, and that was probably a trend you will find in most places. I'm I'm willing to bet money that at the very least, PlayStation 4 will outdo Xbox One by some degree. Some degree. I'm not saying huge, I'm not saying small, I'm saying by some margin, the PlayStation 4 will do better than the Xbox One. Why? Because some people don't forget the stupidity you do. Some people aren't easy to forgive or forget. I know already of at least two people who got burned by Microsoft for the stupidity they did and pre-ordered the PlayStation 4 and left the Xbox One in the dust. I'm sure that's the trend for at least some people, and that makes up for some numbers combined together. So by some margin, I'm willing to say the PlayStation 4 will outsell the Xbox One,
Oh yeah.
at least by the end of the month. That might change by the time we get around to Christmas. They might even up by Christmas. Who knows?
I doubt it.
I don't know. It's gonna be hard to tell. Just hard to tell Christmas sales because your main market isn't going to be the one buying the stuff. It's going to be people buying the stuff for the main market.
Yeah.
So for all we know, people are going to be buying the Xbox One because they don't know any better and they're trying to buy their kid a console. One of those fancy new black consoles.
But they're all black.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the point I'm getting at. They're going to be buying the brand new black console and they're like, we want the brand new black console. Well, which one? All three of them were black. The Wii U comes in black in the premium model. So,
The black one that runs better.
um, the fine runs better.
Yeah.
What's gonna be sad is that will be an actual response by someone this Christmas season.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's my kind of main thought. You have anything to say on that matter?
I'm with you. I think in light of Microsoft's screw ups before, they've kind of done sealed their fate. I mean, You can go back and say, "Oh no, we're gonna change back," but I guarantee it to you, with all that garbage that started out, you've got a lot of people that have done pre-ordered the PS4 and said, "Screw you, Microsoft."
Yeah. And for some people, that will always be in the back of their mind when they think about the Xbox One. Is like they could put this back in, they could put this back in, they could put this back in, they could put this back in.
Yep,
They're always going to think they could and possibly will put this back in.
and they probably will, because Microsoft's just that stupid. They're in it for the money. That's all they are.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's why I also say a margin because some people are going to buy into Microsoft backing off and making up, which is fine. But some people are going to go, look, we're not going to forgive that easily. You're going to have to prove it, and you're going to have to keep to your word. So you can say that you're going to take this stuff out, but for how long? And if it stays out for like an entire year or two, then people would be like, oh yeah, they kept their word. That's just how some people are going to be. Trying to think of what else to say about these two consoles. I'm not even sure what's going to be the best selling game wise because most of the stuff is on other generations or is on other platforms besides the exclusive platform. So I guess it's a good day for people who have cross generation titles or cross platform titles, I guess. Do you have anything to say about what do you think may be the best selling title?
Uh, I don't know honestly. That that one's kind of hard to hit.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see like what some of the exclusive titles how they'll go over. I'm kind of curious how Son of Rome is going to do as a launch title. You know, I wonder if that game is going to be worth the crap or not. Because the E3 demo didn't impress me, and I know it didn't impress other people either. Because it really did not go over well at E3. So
Yeah, but
if
it
it makes
wasn't a
it,
bad go over though, so it might do something.
yeah, I'd say it would do something because it was more of like, oh yeah, there's that Rise game, and that was it.
Yeah, there's that game they're doing. Yeah.
Yeah, there's that Roman game with all them quick time events. I don't think I have much else to say. I
Honestly, I don't think I do either.
Yeah, because I just kind of feel like I know people are excited for the launches, but I'm not one of them because I've got nothing there for me to go, yay. I'm like, eh.
Well, like I said, this is kind of one of those launches that it's really one of the worst ones so far because there's not really anything out there.
Yeah,
It's almost like they mistimed this. Because usually, they've got some kind of big title that they can throw out and say, hey, look at us. But you look, Microsoft won't have another Halo game out until
next year.
next year. Uh, I highly doubt you're going to get any more Naughty Dog games coming out and relatively close.
Yeah, that might be 2 years from now. I doubt next year.
So, and really, right there's both consoles big hitters.
Yeah.
they really probably should have held back another year and tried to come out when there was something to compete with.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing. This is that dead zone. I mean, yeah,
Feels like
you've got your yearly titles for Call of Duty, and apparently Battlefield's gonna try to get in that way too. I've noticed,
yeah.
but really, outside of those two, what other big titles do either of them have?
Yeah, but what's not next gen?
Yeah,
What what can you get on the PlayStation 4 or the Xbox One that you can't get anywhere else? That's the question I pose to anyone who's going to be picking up these consoles. You can be buying in for long term, which is a valid option if you ask me, but if you're buying in for something that's there now on the next gen, I have to wonder why. Are you buying in because it will look better? Because I personally disagree with you, but that's a personal preference more than an objective preference. So, well, a personal preference over any objective criticism. So, yeah, I got nothing else to say. So, ready to move on from there?
yeah.
All right, so then we shall move on to releases. And I know one of these releases is wrong, at least according to Steam.
Hmm.
And I'll get to that one when we get to that one. But starting off on the top of the next page because the previous one goes 4.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was the one that went up to today.
Yeah. Starting off November 4th on 360, Wii U, Xbox One, PC, and PS3, Call of Duty Ghost. I am curious how Game Trailers is going to rate this, considering how they rated Battlefield 4 and how I personally disagree with it, and I really don't like the review they did. I felt it was very biased and very misrepresenting the game, even to what they were saying. Because I told you about this.
Yeah.
Game Trailer scored it a 9.5, even though even though the reviewers said that the multiplayer is great, it's really good, but the single player is lackluster at best and really does nothing new and is really just boring. A 9.5 for a great multiplayer and a lackluster single player, that does not sound like a 9.5 game to me.
No.
So I have to wonder, what are they going to score Ghost? Are they going to score it about the same, where they just don't, where they completely ignore the single player, and the most it will do is take half a point off if it's blah? Because I feel that's misrepresenting the title. Anyway, before I get off on a rant on Game Trailer's review of Battlefield 4, because next up on the 5th is on November 5th, we had Ben 10 Omniverse 2 on the Wii, 3DS, 360, Wii U, and PS3. Yay. I catch that show every now and then in the morning before I leave. Eh. Castlevania Lords of the Shadow Collection on November 5th as well, PS3 360. Moshi Monsters Katsuma Unleashed on the 5th as well. 3DS, 3DS, and DS. Power Rangers Mega Force on the 3DS as well. Uh,
Just gotta love
I've
your reaction to that.
yeah. It may just be because I've kind of fallen out of love for Mega Force. I'm kind of just watching to see how the show goes. I'll be honest. I was kind of excited for the show to be at the beginning, but now I'm just like, ugh. Because I'm sorry, the bad acting really shows now. Especially you, Troy. Oh dear God, Troy. Oh. And also RoboCop, who's Robo Knight in the show. I'm sorry, he's doing a RoboCop impression. I will never let this go. Ugh. He acts and he sounds like RoboCop. And it doesn't help because I can't get over that. And it doesn't help that he doesn't have much else besides that. His RoboCop personality and impression, besides his eco-friendly, but it was like, I protect the planet and I'm all about the planet and I'm kind of sounding like one of those tree hugger folks at this point.
Maybe he is a tree hugger folk.
Apparently. Alright, next up, also on the 5th, the Guided Fate Paradox on the PlayStation 3. I have no clue what that is.
I don't either.
This date is wrong, at least according to Steam.
Oh, for Enemy Within.
Yes, that says November 5th on PC 360 and PS3. That is wrong according to Steam. Steam says November 12th is when it's coming out. Right? Granted, the Steam can be wrong, but I doubt that.
Steam usually isn't wrong.
Unless for some reason Next Coming Evil Within has been delayed. Yeah, even the wiki says November 12th.
They've probably got it in there wrong.
Yeah.
Either way, it'll still be released before we do the next show.
Yes, and I will be streaming the hell out of that one. I can't wait for that. I am more excited for that than the new consoles. I'm sorry, but I am. An expansion to a game has me more excited than the next generation of consoles.
That doesn't surprise me a bit.
Yeah. Also on November 6th for the Vita, we have YS Memories of Collect. What in the fuck word is that? Delceta. How the fuck do you pronounce that?
I have no idea. I was sitting there and I was trying to. I'm trying to think it out, and it's like, no, no, no. Wait, maybe no. What the hell?
Collecta. Yeah. I'm just gonna move on.
Yeah. Anyhow, let's move on.
Yep.
If it
That'll
allows.
take us to November 12th. We're hopping ahead almost a whole week. November 12th, we have Adventure Times. Explore the dungeon because I don't know on PS3, 3DS, and Wii U, and that is a fantastic game title.
Yeah, that is.
I love that title. It's like explore the dungeon because I don't know because we do. Love it. All right. Also on the 12th, Farming Simulator for the PS3 and 360. For all of you who are so desperate to experience what it is to farm without actually getting down and dirty.
Well, you know, Farmville did so good, so they figured Farming Simulator can do just as good.
That's a series of titles. It's an entire company based around simulators like that. There's Train Simulator, Trucking Simulator, Airplane Simulator.
Ugh.
I've seen the Farming Simulator in action, and it is boring. You are truly farming. Unless you are a farmer by trade and are interested in any way, shape, or form in farming, it's going to be kind of boring.
So it's going to be a waste of probably $20.
Unless you are somehow entertained by it. Choked up there for a second. Alright, coming up on 12th as well on 3DS and DS. Frozen! Olaf's Quest. That would probably be more entertaining if it was League's Olaf. Actually, no, it would be more entertaining if it was League's Broloff. That's based off Disney's new movie that's also being put in Infinity. I would be okay with that if it wasn't for the fact of how Disney Infinity is right now. I could go on a rant about that.
I'm sure you could.
I think I have. I probably have at some point.
You probably have.
Alright. Also coming out on the 12th, 360, PC, PS3, and Vita in the empty space for something else, I assume.
Probably
Injustice
for
Gods.
PS4.
Yeah, Injustice Gods Among Us Ultimate Edition, which is just their Game of Year edition with all the DLC. Also coming out on the 12th, NBA 2K14 on something.
Apparently the Xbox One, because that's the image they've got there.
Yes.
So that would also include the PS4.
And current gen, more than likely. Yeah,
Yeah.
current gen. And I
360
think,
and PS3.
yeah.
Probably one of the handhelds.
Yeah. Alright. Also on the 12th, Ratchet and Clank Into the Nexus on the PS3. I will hopefully be getting that for Christmas. That's become my tradition from here on out. I always ask for the new Ratchet and Clank game on Christmas. Because they always come out like the month before, like in November. So I'm like, that's usually my cutoff point for Christmas. Because I stopped buying myself stuff before November. Because if I don't, I'll start buying stuff after that point, and then I'll start buying stuff and that gives me less presents at Christmas because I'm kind of buying my gifts. That's a problem my uncle has. He keeps buying his Christmas presents. So we run out of things to get him for Christmas. Because we don't know what to get him at that point. Alright. Also on the 12th, SimCity Cities of Tomorrow on PC and Mac, and then SimCity Plus Edition on PC and Mac, same day. On the 12th as well, you got Transformers Ultimate Autobots Edition and Transformers Ultimates Battle Edition. That Ultimate Battle Edition, I think, is the...
I thought we already covered those two.
I think... Yeah, we did, because I remember reading these. Apparently they're coming out again, or they got pushed back.
Boy, you gotta love that moment where we're both just like, wait, didn't we already run through that one before?
Deja vu, man. Alright, and also on the 12th, we have Wonderbook Book of Potions on the PS3, and also Wonderbook Walking with Dinosaurs, if you are one of those lucky folks who have a Wonderbook.
It would be a wonder if they did.
I remembered when they gave that stupid thing time at a press conference for
Oh
E3.
yeah, I know. Wow.
Oh, that was the biggest waste of time for everyone.
Yes.
It's
Yes,
like,
it was.
yay, it's something with the PlayStation Eye.
I mean,
Just,
the concept looked alright. Actually doing it, whoa.
Yeah. Alright, on the 13th, we have The Bridge on the arcade. That's it. It's just The Bridge.
The bridge to
And
what?
I don't know, it's just The Bridge. And finally, on the day we're coming out, day we're doing the show, the 15th, you got Angry Birds Star Wars. You got Baldur's Gate 2 Enhanced Edition. Angry Birds Star Wars has no console stuff, but I'm sure you can figure out what that's coming out on, considering what we just talked about.
Everything.
Yep. Drive Club on the 15th. Wait, that's not coming out on the 15th. That's not coming out on the 15th. We just looked at a release date list. It has that not coming out on the 15th.
I thought that was a day one release.
No. No, that was a launch window release.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure. And I'm sure that can't be right. Let me look. I'm looking at up on my
Well,
own.
that Killzone wasn't a day one, was it?
No, that was day one. Yeah, that was day one.
It was?
Yeah. Yeah, I have no specific release date for Drive Club. Yeah, I got that delayed till next year, from what I'm reading. So that's completely wrong.
It was probably supposed to be a day one release.
Yeah. Knack is also coming out on the 15th on PlayStation 4. Mario Sonic at the Sochi 2014 Olympic Games from the Wii U coming out the 15th. Whoa.
Just because Nintendo had to try to steal some of Sony's spotlight there.
Yeah. You know, the Mario and Sonic games weren't too bad. I've played a couple. They ain't too bad.
Yeah, but would it be justification to buy a Wii or a Wii U?
No.
Exactly.
Alright. Also on the 15th on PlayStation Network, you have Tiny Brains on PS3 and PC.
Wait,
Trying to.
wait. If it's on the PlayStation Network, how can you get it on the PC?
I don't know. I'm guessing the other one would be there to be the Xbox 360, so it's an Xbox Live Arcade release too.
Well, no. That's probably PS4. Because we did
Probably.
see that in one of the release for
Oh yeah, we did.
PS4. I think that's what it is. I think the new consoles they don't have in there yet.
Which is weird, but okay. Alright, wrapping up with our final two. Trying to complete story on the PSN network on the 15th, and then finally Warframe on the PSN 2. That will be free to play. And that will be everything until we go by next. And there's a repeat on the next page I see.
Oh dear lord.
And also, they did not change the Watch Dogs release date because it still says it's coming out the 22nd, and we know better than that.
Really?
Yes, it's still listed as the 22nd. Actually, it's also listed as the 19th too.
So then that does mean that Drive Club was supposed to be a day one release.
Yep.
They just screwed up and had to push it back.
How come we can't get a convenient list of releases that isn't screwed up in some weird way?
Probably because there is so many releases that come out that it is impossible to try to get something that isn't screwed up.
I mean, even this doesn't seem like that much to keep track of, but fuck.
Well, what I don't understand is in a case like this, would you not try to set up teams? Have like one team watching everything Microsoft does, one team watching everything Sony does, one watching Nintendo, and then one watching anything PC. And then have each of them teams dump it into a database.
Yeah.
Would that not be the smartest thing to do?
Yeah, or at least keep up with release dates.
And if something changes, fix it.
Yeah. And you know what's weird is? The one we had before wasn't a big gaming site. This is Game Trailers' official release calendar.
Yeah.
This is Game Trailers' official calendar. A
Although I got
major
to
gaming website.
although I got to give Game Trailers credit. They did not tell us the Wii U was coming out on the Vita.
That will be a moment for the rest of this show's existence that we will call back to that no one will get because that episode is not archived at all.
Oh god.
And I don't think we'll be able to dig up the proof.
I so want to go back and try to find that now. Just to see.
And that's all our releases. Which moves us on into our quick draws of the week. And I am up first with one of the two I was debating on.
I don't know why you didn't do both of them if you had two you were debating on, but
Because I wanted to say it because,
mm,
and honestly, I'm probably more excited for this one than the other one. But I was picking between either the Captain America Winter Soldier trailer and the X-Men Days of Future Past trailer. I'm probably more excited for this than Days of Future Past. I, it's just how I feel about it.
true.
I mean, Days of Future Past might be good, but I have to wonder how much of the past and present cast integration they're going to have because they're billing it as the meeting of the meeting of the first class cast and well, the X-Men trilogy cast.
Hmm.
But I have to wonder how much it is off the trailer I saw because it seems like it's going to be more so Wolverine interacting with the first class cast more than anybody,
Ah.
which is kind of sad because they got back a lot of the people from the original cast.
And now aren't going to use them.
Maybe, unless there's a lot of stuff with the original cast in the future dystopian world part. I don't know. But yeah, Captain America Winter Soldier trailer came out, and it looks good. And also, just a piece of advice: don't don't look up any discussion of this movie because you will probably be spoiled as fuck about the twist that will happen in this movie that I'm calling right now because this is how they're going to adapt it. I'm not saying it because I don't want to spoil it.
Okay. Queued up ready, by the way.
All right, let's start up the trailer in 3, 2, 1, go.
Coming up on the drop zone, Cap.
You do anything fun Saturday night?
Well, all the guys in my barbershop quartet are dead, so no, not really.
You know, if you ask Kristen out from statistics, she'd probably say yes.
That's why I don't ask.
Too shy or too scared?
Too busy.
Is he wearing a parachute?
No. No, he wasn't.
He's a super soldier. He doesn't need a parachute.
I joined S.H.I.E.L.D. to protect people.
Captain, to build a better world sometimes means tearing the old one down. And that makes enemies. Are you ready for the world to see you as you really are? Look out the window. You know how the game works. Disorder, war. All it takes is one step.
We're gonna neutralize a lot of threats before they even happen.
Thought the punishment usually came after the crime.
S.H.I.E.L.D. takes the world as it is, not as we'd like it to be.
This isn't freedom. This is fear.
You need to keep both eyes open.
Before we get started, does anyone want to get out?
Your work has been a gift to mankind. You've shaped the century. I need you to do it one more time.
Gear up. It's time.
Well, what do you think?
I'm interested.
Yeah.
I
Like I said, there is going to be a twist in the movie. You can almost guarantee it's going to happen. But if you know comics, you know the twist. Don't spoil it for other people. Gonna say that right now. Don't spoil it for the people.
Even though I'm sure someone already has.
Yeah, a freaking IGN spoiled it in the rewind theater of this trailer.
Oops.
I mean, I kind of don't blame them because, it's old news by now in comics. But if you don't follow comics, it's a twist of the movie that's going to mean something. So don't. Shush, 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 shush about it.
Shush, 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 shush.
Yes. Also, when I first saw this trailer, I did not realize that was Black Widow in the trailer.
Really?
Yes. I don't know what I was thinking.
Huh.
It had to be how she had her hair just completely down, and I was like, who's the redhead? I'm like, wait, that's Black Widow. Wow. I'm dumb. She just changed her hair, and all of a sudden I'm like, who is this chick? Now, I'm just going to point it out. Yes, Falcon's in the movie. You see him in the trailer deploy his wings. So, that pretty much confirmed from before that, hey, Falcon's in the movie, and he's going to be teaming up with Cap, and Falcon will probably be in the next Avengers movie.
Probably.
But yeah, more than likely. I'm willing to bet money that it's going to be the old Avengers team teaming up with all the new characters they're going to be introducing. And I will probably say War Machine will be in Avengers 2, even though he probably should have been in the first Avengers, but we got to get the original team in before we get all the expanded characters in.
Yeah.
Because that was one thing that was missing from Avengers. It's like, where's Rhodey during all this?
Seriously.
It's like apparently he's off getting his armor painted up. Tony could have really used the second set of armor down there. Granted, he had a super soldier, a monster, and Asgardian god, and 2 spies, but another set of armor could have helped.
It definitely couldn't hurt.
Yeah. And then you'll have Falcon in there, and more than likely the Guardians of the Galaxy team, since that's going to be the next movie after Captain. Which will be pretty cool because we'll have Rocket Raccoon in there, and if he's anything like what I've heard from him in Marvel Heroes, and anything like the team-up episode from EMH, that'll be really cool. Anyway, that's my quick draw this week. Tell me, what is yours?
Mine's actually going out to a game we're going to be touching next Friday on Rampant Gaming. As long as it works on my computer. Let me put that disclaimer in there. Haven't tried it yet, so I don't know 100%, but looks like it will, but I don't know. But anyhow, War Thunder, from the looks of it, it kind of reminds me of, oh, damn it, I just had the name of it and then I lost it. Oh, shit. Damn it, I hate when I do that crap. But, basically, it's a... I've not really looked 100% into it, so I don't know if calling it a World War II plane fight game would be correct for it. Yep, I am right.
Yeah, it's got that.
But
you can go ahead.
oh, go ahead.
Add in.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say they are also planning on adding in ground and sea combat and combining all 3 of them into game mode.
Now that could be awesome right there.
Yes, that's what they plan on doing. That is already
God, that would be awesome right there.
Yeah, you can already see in there where you can pick out like tanks and Seacraft in the menus. It's just they're not active right now, but that is a possibility. And I was looking through the planes, and yes, there is a Mustang in there, which will be my immediately first thing, because the Mustang car is named after the plane. They just put the horse in there because that looks better.
But
At night.
this is definitely going to be something we'll probably wind up playing it before Friday just to make sure everything works, but unless we decide beforehand, Friday will be the first stream of it for us. I'm kind of looking forward to this because I, for some reason, I like the airplane fighting games. I still can't think of the name of the one I was going to mention, but yeah, that's one of the few types of games that I'm always fine with.
Ace Combat?
I think.
I know it's not Hawk.
No.
It's not Tom Clancy's Hawk. I'm probably one of the few people who actually played that damn
I've
game.
played the demo for Hawks too.
Yeah.
But
I'll tell you this much, the multiplayer
I think you're
turns
right.
into a sphere of death. Pretty much everyone turns on that auto lock-on feature thing that allows you to intercept the plane. So then it becomes everyone's chasing each other into this giant circle. Or sphere. That's literally what happens when you come into a game in progress. You'll come in and all of a sudden you see this sphere of planes chasing each other. And then you just hop in. And eventually somebody gets shot down.
So it's a game of see who can go in the circle the best?
Pretty much.
Huh.
Yeah, the multiplayer wasn't that good. I kind of like the single player.
But, yeah. You got anything else to say about War Thunder? Besides the fact that we already know it's going to be in next-gen consoles too.
I can give you some background on the game, because I've watched a review of this.
That works.
It was originally called World of Planes, before World of Tanks came along, and they did their own World of Planes, so they changed over to War Thunder. It has a realistic mode, where you have to pretty much actually fly the plane like you would normally, and there is a glitch when you try landing on a carrier, to where your instructor will park his plane, but he'll still be on the landing area. So when you land your plane, you run smack dab into him and fail the mission, possibly. That, or you succeed the mission and blow up at the same time. There is footage of this. I have seen it happen. And there's also friendly fire.
I can see that. Land mission successful. Boosh!
Yep. That's in the tutorial. There's also friendly fire, which, more often than not, you will be killed by your teammates trying to get in on a kill that you're trying to get, and possibly run into you in the process. Because you can be ran into and not immediately die. You'll just have your wing taken off, and then you will have to figure out how to fly from there.
And possibly crash.
You can go back to the landing pad, apparently, and repair, but apparently most people ignore that.
And we'll probably wind up crashing before they could even get back to it.
Yes. Other than that, I don't remember. The review I'm referencing is Chaos D1's review, because he does a lot of free-to-play MMOs. And this is a free-to-play MMO, so he's covered that. He's covered Secret World. He's covered a whole bunch of free-to-play MMOs. And great detail, too.
I
Also, the
know
reason why I'm really interested in Secret World because I saw his review of it and it's like this game looks cool.
that. I know War Thunder looks like it'll be pretty good. I'm hoping it lives up to some of the images as I'm flipping through them. But yeah, as I disconnect from the chat for some reason. Huh. Um, Pardon for a second while I try to figure out what's going on here. Alright, we're back now. I don't know
Yeah,
what happened there, but I can't even connect to the VPS either, so there it goes.
which is odd because I was connected in there and I just heard you disconnect and I turned on the stream to see if the stream stopped and you were still going.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I was having problems all night, it seemed like. I was getting high ping for some reason.
Uh,
I'm gonna try rebooting it and see what happens. But anyhow, back to what we were saying.
yeah. I don't think I don't think there's anything else for me to note about War Thunder from my memory of the review. Besides what we'll find out about the game when trying to play it, but
Yeah.
yeah, there's friendly fire, so we don't need to be trying to shoot the same thing from the same line, or else we're gonna shoot one or other down.
Which is very possible to happen, and wow.
Yeah.
The images kind of just stopped for me right there. Wow. I hit the arrow and it just stops.
Yeah.
I either hit the end of the screenshots or they're not on a loop. One of the two.
I've been on a loop. But I got nothing else to say about War Thunder.
Me neither. Really.
That then that will end the show. Well beyond the 2 hour mark, I'm going to say, because we started, what, about 9:30?
Yeah, almost at
It's,
that 3 hour mark.
yep, which is about where we want to be sometimes.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. That 2.5 to 3 hour range is good. But with that said, we'll end off the show for this week. But tune in tomorrow for we continue our look at Kamen Rider Wizard. Maybe with a third person?
Possibly.
Who knows? But it will be the two of us looking at some more Wizard and talking about Gaim, since we're going to be doing that from now on, because that got us to our hour 30 mark where we want to be. So we're going to be talking about Gaim since, let me get that. You've seen episode 4 by now, right?
I'm actually going to tonight, hopefully.
Okay. Okay, I need to stop asking you because I've asked you that every single time since the episode got released. I need to stop that.
I've actually fell behind this week.
Yeah, I fell behind too. I've fallen behind too because I didn't write up because it got released Monday and I didn't release it until yesterday. The recap and review, which is sad because I usually have that out either the same day the episode gets released. So I don't have that much more insight to give no matter when I release it because I'm literally watching the episode as I type it. And since I'll watch it multiple times before then, I get all the looks I want or need. But yeah, that Rampant Gaming next week with War Thunder. Hopefully, as long as nothing bad happens, and that will be it for Rampant Epsilon. Facebook 2448. Night, everybody. See you tomorrow.
As always, you can find the Gaming Saloon on our site, tgstgsr.dynds.org. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Facebook. Our Twitter account is @tgsaloon, and on Facebook you can find us at facebook.com/thegaming-saloon. Don't forget we're listed on YouTube. You can find us at youtube.com/user/tgsaloon. Till next time.